Hello, PEZ World. My name is Larry. On Facebook, you'll know me as Magic by Larry Scott. I live in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and welcome to my PEZ room. We are a family of six, four kids. The youngest finally just graduated, got a couple that have moved on, and so we got space. So now I have a PEZ room. It's been a long time coming, just been building on it for maybe the past 2.5 years. I've been collecting since 1995. Everything in the room is separated by basically their manufacturer or the copyright. And so we'll go around the room as I kind of talk about my history with PEZ and what I've got on hand. I'd say these are Gene's cases. We'll open them up. Found him online years ago, just looking for a really nice way to display my PEZ because I had limited room where I could put things. I'd say that the case is probably a little bit more money than my PEZ, but they display amazingly, so I love these cases. Just a couple of C's that I found in the wild. That was kind of neat, but just a bunch of D's up here. Some Wawas up top, along with my trains. Try to keep all my transportations here together. Got some Japanese railways there and my NASCAR sets. Some recent Johnny Lightning additions. Thanks, Laspina. Oh, this nice little stand. I got that from a local candy shop. They were nice enough to give me their display stand. And of course some marketing. There's a lot of holes I need to fill, but those will come with time. I'm out of room, so I'm not really looking for any of those right now. These are most of my vintage. I'd say these are my favorites. The hands with eyeballs, and of course the PEZ Pals. Maraca, y'all are gonna correct me later. Oh geez. Anyway, I just put a black band around his hat. Oh, it was a soft landing, thank God. Because I don't have the clip. So he displays great with that. I love it. So the PEZ Pals, let's see, those are my favorite. No Holy Grails yet. That'll hopefully come soon. Then we move over into, then we have sports. I have sports down below. There's a lot to look at here, guys. And then Nickelodeon. I see these are my first of my fantasies. Of course, my business right there, Magic by Larry Scott, plugging myself, of course. And my sports. I don't collect a lot of the sports, just if I find them in the wild, I grab them. Got the old Denver Broncos, found him in the pack about a year ago. That was a really great find. And then we move on over into our Disney. Got to open these. I got a terrible glare on there. Sorry about that. And I have Footless kind of sprinkled throughout. I don't keep them all in one place. That way I can kind of see the progression of the PEZ as they get more and more refined. And now this is like my Jiminy Cricket. He's missing his hat and collar, but just like with the other PEZ, this is a snowman hat. I just stick them right on top. Oh, you stay right there, buddy. Don't move. There's my Mickeys and Minnies. Of course, all the other normal PEZ. Now these here, I was bringing this down earlier. This is a Mickey, and then of course the whole set of them I got when I was in Korea. So I've been, like I said, collecting since '95. I was in Korea, I think in 2001, around that time frame, and it was kind of neat just seeing something like that in the wild. And at the time, I didn't know there was a difference, international versus U.S. So I didn't know what to look for. Internet was very young at that time too, so I really wasn't too keen on knowing where to look. Handmade the clock. You can find the circles at Home Depot. Whoever made the drawing, thank you. It's amazing. It's incredible. It fit. I stole it, but I'm not making money on it, so please don't come after me. Then new additions. Just got these off Laspina as well. He's been my go-to lately. Kind of new to I didn't know about him until just a couple years ago, so I'm glad to be in the group to meet a lot of you. Star Wars, of course. Love the box sets. I'm a big box set 10 set fan. If there's a box set of it, I want it. Then of course I have some PEZ products over here, some psychedelic cars up top, some regulars. I don't have any vintage regulars. All of mine are more or less current, you could say. I actually bought him online when he was available on PEZ.com years ago, so several of those I've got. PEZmania, I've never been to a convention. That will change this year. I will be attending PEZmania. So we're already ready to rock and roll on that. I'm really excited. Never been to one, so looking forward to meeting a lot of you there. Peter PEZ, I believe might have been my first PEZ. I used to collect clowns back in the day. And then from there, when I had the Peter PEZ, and then from there I think I grabbed a couple Star Wars, the Ewok and the Chewbacca and them, and I don't collect a lot of pop, but again, they have to make sense to me. These are my cereals, and of course my lovely ladies down here. Had to let them out, let them breathe. They look a lot better out of the box, if you ask me. Some limited editions. We got our new cherry bomb over there. Oh, my spreadsheet. A lot of people ask, how do you track your PEZ? I have on display right now 2,626 PEZ, 2,722 items. So what I do is I just say who you are, who you're with, who made you, styles. You know, you could be crystal, you could be a holiday, you could be a mini. You know, I keep track of thin feet, fuzzy friends, and all kinds of stuff. And I keep track of color of stem, print on stem, the year it came out, patent numbers. I'm very interested in all that. I like to kind of really track that and find the different spellings in Yugoslavia. And so it's a lot of fun to kind of keep track of some of these things. And this is how I do it. And then I have another tab called PEZ Merchandise. So if you're not a dispenser, I keep track of you as a keychain or a wearable or even something that I made. Like my curtains. Yay, the curtains are in the background. Found the fabric locally. Was able to... I'm a rookie, but we made it work. Then, of course, my band of mascots, loving them. Can't wait for Valentine's Day. Some would call it an army. I don't call it an army. If you see it above, I have my magician about to cut Wonder Woman in half. I had a student that wanted to learn how to cut a person in half. So I made a box, and then after I was done, we went through the class. I said, now I need an audience. And I thought, why not an audience of chicks? So that's an audience, and I have more. I just need more space so he can have a much bigger audience. A few more chicks. And more Hanna-Barbera up top here along the edge. So I think that's about all of them except for the golden huck. So maybe one day. It's kind of above my price range right now. And let's see, Warner Brothers in this corner. This shelf was given to me by a friend. And if you guys can tell, I just use a bunch of just blocked wood. I found scrap wood, stack it up. You'll see a bunch of wood down here where I just to lift them up to give them a little bit more height. I need to do a lot of painting, obviously. Let's see, then for Warner Brothers, we got some Hello Kitties, a little bit of overseas stuff. I actually found these guys when I was stationed in Germany, not knowing at the time that that's the only place they were available. So a little bit of kick in the butt right now, but I'm learning as I go. Some whistles, of course. He might be fantasy, so I'll tell you he's probably fantasy. I won't sell him as real. So, but he's pretty cool. I like him. The presidents. I found all these guys in not Hobby Lobby, Bed Bath and Beyond. I just year over year there'll be a couple more in there, and I've been collecting for years. Just never been out of the house much, so or at least out of the state much. So hopefully that changes soon. Build up on these collections. Now I got my DC. There's another pop, only because I just like Jokers. Jokers are cool. So she can stay. Gundams. Love my Charlie Browns. That's a recent addition. Got my feathers on my Woodstock. That was an exciting find. Then we move on over to my Marvel collection. And the Venom, I don't know who the heck he is. Never seen the show, but it was a dry day. Couldn't find anything else, and there they were. So, hey, welcome to the party. I actually had a friend, Scott McLaughlin. He gave me that space gun. He knew I was a collector. And here I got SpongeBob together with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Any idea why? Let's see. Oh, we got some keychains, some party favors. A lot of those going on. A couple of PEZ pets. Again, just find them on dry days. Not a fan, but if they're there, they're there. Now we get into the holiday. So there's my Christmas here. So this case I actually found on the side of the road. It was said free, and I said, okay. So I went and grabbed my truck and got it in. So keep most of my crystals up top, and there's my neat old Santa Clauses. The two in the back there are my only thin feet, and then I have my no feet up front. Then some of these, let's see, I remember buying the snowman. I think there's a couple more, maybe in the Halloween section, from PEZ.com when they first came out, and it was just, again, it was very eye-opening for me when I got to see Steve Glue's story on, was that Netflix? So, love the chicken eggs. Of course, my Halloween up top. Can't go wrong with them. recently just came across this guy. I didn't know he was a thin foot until literally a year ago. So just paying attention to the fine details was a really neat score that day. I was really excited. These were given to me by some PEZ heads here in the community. The 2019-2020. I was looking to trade, and this lady, and I'm sorry, her name escapes me. I'd love to give her a quick shout out. It's so sweet, you know. She was like, "You can have them," and I'm like, "You were incredible." So it was on behalf of her daughter. Wish I could tell her story right now, and I do apologize. But what a wonderful community, and I appreciate you all. I got rid of most of my hearts years ago. Didn't know how to display them well, so now I just kind of, if I find them in the wild, I grab them. Got the old eBay ones, yeah. That's kind of a sore subject. We'll skip over those. If you know, you know. Let's see. Got some St. Patty's Day, Universal, DreamWorks, PEZ.com. Just made some shelves, just attached them to the wall. Put some little poles in front of them so hold them up. And then we move on over. There's my, I guess, gaming side with my Pokemon and Mario. The new Five Nights at Freddy's. My buddy that goes to Japan, he keeps bringing me stuff. Super sweet. Some Japanese packaged Sonic. Can't go wrong with that. And that's really the whole PEZ room, guys. There's a lot in here. There's a lot to consume. But for all of you that stuck through this, I can't thank you enough for wanting to watch through my room. I do have one other army. If you've been holding on for this long, let me run you guys upstairs real quick. So my wife's into Scooby-Doo. And so I decided I would make her, I'm going to keep her out because she's going to get mad if I show her she's in here. Made her a Scooby-Doo army. And you can see each, well, it's actually, I'll call it a company because we have 4 platoons and each platoon has its own vehicle. Daphne is our platoon sergeant. Velma is our platoon leader. I took the H off of Harry Potter stems and made Warrant Officer Scooby standing there in the back. And then up here are our company commanders, of course, Fred leading the army. And then I took the Voldemort, that's my first Sergeant Scooby. And we found a blue that matched the tag of Scooby and made what do you call him? XO. He's Fred's XO. So there's our company army of Scoobies. And then there's some more Scoobies. Yay, Scooby. Anyway, thanks for coming out here today, guys. Thanks for watching, and hope to meet you all soon. Ciao.